Design is subjective, sure, but some cars cross a line so boldly they make you stare not in admiration but in disbelief. Today, we're taking a look at 10 of the most bizarre, confusing, and downright ugly cars ever unleashed on the public. The BMW Isetta. Let's start small, literally. The BMW Isetta looked like something straight out of a cartoon. It had a single front door, 3 wheels, and an engine that sounded more like a sewing machine than a car. Born in post-war Europe, it was meant to bring mobility back to the masses, but it ended up looking more like a bubble on wheels. Cute? Maybe. Cool? Not even close. You didn't drive an Isetta, you wore it. And then there's the Reliant Robin, a car with 3 wheels. It looked like a car, it acted like a car, but physics had other plans. Take a corner too fast and the Robin would lean, wobble, and if you were lucky, roll gently onto its side. Jeremy Clarkson from Top Gear famously flipped one for laughs. But the truth is, people actually drove these things every day. It wasn't just ugly, it was unbalanced in every possible sense. The SsangYong Rodius. Now this is where things get confusing. Designed by Ken Greenlee, a man known for yachts and luxury design, the Rodius was supposed to bring that same elegance to the road. Instead, it looked like 3 completely different cars welded together. From the front, it's a bulky van. From the side, it stretches like a limousine that lost its purpose halfway through. And then the rear looks like someone stacked an extra roof on top at the last minute. It's tall, awkward, and completely out of proportion. Like it forgot what it wanted to be. But here's the strange part. Inside, it was actually incredibly practical. Huge space, 7 seats, comfortable for long journeys. Families loved it. Everyone else, not so much. The Rodius didn't just miss the mark. It created its own category of confusion. The Pontiac Aztek. Ah yes, the legend of bad design. Even General Motors admits this one hurt. The Aztek tried to be futuristic, part SUV, part minivan, part camping tent. What it became was a visual disaster. With split headlights, uneven panels, and proportions that made no sense, the Aztek looked like it was designed by a committee that never met each other. And yet, it became a cult icon years later, thanks to one man, Walter White. Yes, the Breaking Bad Aztek somehow turned ugly into unforgettable. The Fiat Multipla. Here's a car that defies logic and gravity. The Fiat Multipla looked like 2 cars stacked on top of each other. With one row of headlights up high and another below, it seemed like the designer sneezed halfway through the sketch and just kept going. But here's the kicker, it was actually brilliantly practical. 6 full-size seats, tons of space, great visibility. Families loved it. Everyone else laughed at it. It might have been hideous, but the Multipla proved that beauty isn't everything, especially when your kids need a ride to school. The AMC Gremlin. Introduced fittingly on April Fool's Day, the Gremlin was American Motors' attempt at a small car. Imagine someone took a regular sedan and chopped off the back with an axe. That was the Gremlin. Its stubby rear end and odd proportions made it look permanently unfinished. Still, in the 70s, it found fans who loved its weird charm and low price. It was ugly, but in a way that made you smile. The Ford Anglia. If you're a Harry Potter fan, you know this one. The flying blue Ford Anglia may have soared on screen, but on the ground, it looked like a refrigerator with wheels. Built in Britain during the 60s, the Anglia had sharp fins, a boxy nose, and proportions that didn't quite make sense. It was more functional than fashionable. And while it became famous for its movie magic, it's still one of the strangest looking Fords ever made. The Chrysler PT Cruiser. Ah, the PT Cruiser, the car that tried to bring the roaring 30s into the 2000s. Retro styling can work, think Mini or Mustang, but the PT Cruiser pushed nostalgia past its breaking point. It had tall, awkward lines, tiny wheels, and a plastic interior that felt like a toy car. At first, people loved its quirky charm. Then they realized it wasn't charming, just odd. Once the novelty wore off, sales plummeted, and the PT Cruiser quietly faded into the sunset. The Cadillac Cimarron. And finally, we reached the top, or perhaps the bottom. The Cadillac Cimarron was supposed to be a luxury compact. Instead, it was a rebadged Chevy Cavalier wearing a Cadillac badge and a smug grin. It cost more, offered less, and looked like a cheap car pretending to be something it wasn't. For Cadillac, a brand built on prestige, this was an embarrassment. The Cimarron became the textbook definition of badge engineering gone wrong. The Citroën Ami 6 was a trailblazer in the headlight department, daring to break away from the conventional round shape. And you know what? We're kind of digging that wavy front-end treatment because it feels like a little artistic touch in a sea of predictable headlights. Now, brace yourself for a quirky fusion of rear window and B-pillar angles that give the Ami an otherworldly appearance. Picture this. It seems as if the entire greenhouse is caught in a gust of wind, pushing it backward in a whimsical dance. The combination of the reverse rear window, which by the way is not unique to Citroën, and the angled B-pillar transforms the Ami into a curious sight on the roads, a true testament to the beauty of individuality. Yet even in its homeland, the Ami faced some skepticism. In 1962, it found itself in a sales battle with its elder sibling, the ancient 2CV on which it was based. And let's just say, the 2CV came out as the reigning champion, outselling the Ami 6-2-1. Whether you love it or scratch your head in puzzlement, the Ami remains a symbol of French ingenuity. Now, one of the newer cars that definitely deserves to be on the list, the 2022 BMW i7. This car boasts a myriad of incredibly good attributes. As an electric vehicle, it exemplifies sustainability, and its interior is exquisitely appointed, offering both comfort and luxury. Moreover, more than 90% of its styling exudes elegance and appeal. However, it is disheartening that the area from the front wheels forward takes an unfortunate turn, bordering on the grotesque. The overly huge grille becomes obnoxious, dominating the frontal view, and the positioning of the number plate below the double kidneys does little to break up the expanse. Even the double-stacked headlights raise questions about their aesthetic choice. Nevertheless, it is undeniable that the BMW i7's distinctive appearance ensures it will not be fading into the background anytime soon. If you survive this list without cringing, you're stronger than most. Thanks for sticking around, and drive safe out there, preferably in something better looking than these. Thank you for your attention, and have a nice day.